Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 30th. This week, we're going to jump right in here, Sag, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. I like this, where this is going. You have this Beyond the Ordinary card, which is like things, being better than you could imagine. You have the Illumination card with the Sun, which is a great combination here. So I like to see that. And you have this Treasure Island card. This Treasure Island card is basically as above, so below. So I feel like for a lot of you, and it is a card of like, manifesting things that you desire in your life. So let's see where this is going for you here, Sagittarius. You start off with this Beyond the Ordinary card. Again, it's like a card of things being unusual or different than what you expect. Kind of feel like this reading is saying don't run away from something that might be a little unusual. Yeah, you have this Time Machine card as well here. It's kind of funny because you have this Knight of Swords running towards the past. I do feel like this could be saying don't go back to the past. Like maybe you wish that you could go back to the past, and we all do, right? We all wish we could go back and change things or do things differently, but we can't. So I do feel like this reading, you have two cards here, the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. I feel like it's saying that you really can't go back to the past. Both of these cards are facing towards the past. And you have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is going this direction towards the future. So I feel like you need to kind of like face something head on here. And it's probably like an unusual situation. I feel like this is like an unusual situation that either turns into something better than you expected, or an unusual situation that turns into something different here. Kind of weird. I'm going to clarify it right away. I've been clarifying at the end, but I'm actually going to pull an extra row of tarot cards here just to see what the hell this is talking about here, Sagittarius. You have the King of Swords here with the Knight of Swords, gaining wisdom. It's like whatever this unusual situation is, or something that's beyond the ordinary, right? It could be something that's going to lead to a lot of wisdom, which we see right here with the Hermit as well. So for some of you, you could be facing like a mountain, a mountain that you have to climb, and you might be asking or saying, I'm sick of climbing mountains. Why would I want to climb another mountain? Well, you get the best views at the top of the mountain. So that's why. You can't make this stuff up here, Sagittarius. There you go. Hermit, again, Hermit right here. And the Queen of Cups going, the Six of Swords goes to the Queen of Cups here. It's kind of, that did provide a little bit of clarity. I basically feel that you are heading towards a trophy right here. I always say that the Queen of Cups says, keep your eye on the prize. She is holding this cup. It doesn't look like a cup, Sagittarius. It looks like a freaking trophy, right? That looks like the Stanley Cup, or I don't know, whatever. I don't watch sports, so whatever your favorite sport is, it probably, the main winner trophy probably looks like this, right? So I watch sports and I'm just like, go team, go. I don't care, right? But what I would say here is I feel like this is saying keep your eye on the prize, because you're going to be accomplishing something, but I feel like you need to realize that you're going to be accomplishing something that it maybe seems a little bit out of reach, and you're probably going to be accomplishing something in an unusual way, is what this is saying with that Beyond the Ordinary card. So I would just stay open. Like I would, number one, don't compare yourself to other people. If you're like trying to start a YouTube channel, start a business, if you're trying to find love, it's like I wouldn't be comparing yourself to anybody else, because it's like the way that you're going to get what you want is not how anyone else has ever done it before. So don't be afraid to try something new. You have this Illumination card in the Sun. The Sun is also a card of enlightenment. This Illumination card here, Sagittarius, is a card of enlightenment and things being brought to your attention. I feel like what is being brought to your attention here, Sag, is kind of like the path, the way to do things here. We see a lot of forward movement in this world. I mean, first off, the Sun is the best card in the deck. A lot of happiness, celebrations, reasons to celebrate. It's also answers as well, freedom, all sorts of good things. Three of Pentacles is forward movement because it is like a card of quality work, and it's a card of being appreciated for work that you've done in work, in business, in love, spiritually. It doesn't matter. These people are appreciating the work here, but it is a card of being able to, do the work on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here with the Queen of Cups. So it's like a card of hard work. And the Knight of Pentacles is just like one foot in front of the other, just making things happen. So I feel for a lot of you that finally you are gaining some answers on how to accomplish whatever your Queen of Cups reward is. The Queen of Cups doesn't really represent that. I want to make this clear. This is like my own intuitive interpretation of the Queen of Cups sometimes, that she can represent keeping your eye on the prize. She's really focusing. She's holding that cup with two hands, and she's really focusing on it. It's a card of, and it kind of represents the nurturing energy. She's willing to nurture something into existence, whatever she holds as the, apple of her eye, whatever she holds as being that trophy that's on that card, right? So I feel for a lot of you, this is just saying you are being illuminated as to like the steps that you need to take to accomplish this. But again, I intuitively, I do feel that there is still this kind of like, it's still kind of like a mountain in front of you. But I feel like you need to realize that like the payoff is going to be worth it. It is going to be worth it for you to climb the mountain. It's probably not even going to be that hard. Three of Pentacles is literally like saying there will be people who will help you along the way. So for those of you that currently have like goals or wishes or dreams, things that you're trying to accomplish, it's like I feel that you need to realize that you are being, you are going to be guided towards this. The Six of Swords. This person in the back of the Six of Swords represents a guide. So this to me is kind of like a confirmation reading. Sometimes I get these readings where it's just like maybe you're wanting to go back to school, which could be a mountain to climb. Maybe you're wanting to start a business, or maybe you want love. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I feel like this reading is just saying that you are being guided, and you are also being kind of helped or nudged in the right direction. There's a lot of happiness coming in for you. By the way, for those of you that have done work or have been waiting for attention on work that you have done with the Three of Pentacles, the Sun, Three of Pentacles, this is literally you getting a lot of attention or finding success based off of work that you have done. Really nice energy, really good. So I like to see this for you, Sagittarius. Next, you have the Treasure Island card. Again, this is a card that's like as above, so below. So I would be very careful with the Five of Pentacles here. We're going to talk about this in a minute, but Five of Pentacles to me says do not call attention to your weaknesses. It says keep it positive, right? And also focus on exactly what you want, not what you don't want. That's exactly what I would do with this card. I would keep it positive, and I would be focusing on what you want, not what you don't want with this energy here. I want to see, well, I have two cards. Yep, I would clean up your vibrations here with a clean it up card. I would keep it positive. And you also have the Change in the Wind card. Things are changing. Sometimes I think like, okay, let's put it this way, Sagittarius. Sometimes I think we can be like trying to manifest something, right? And nothing's working, right? I've heard from many people that they've tried to manifest things and they don't get what they want. And I always say divine timing, number one. Number two, you never know. Maybe you are being blocked from manifesting something because it isn't the right time. But what happens is people then stop trying to manifest something in their life. They stop trying to, achieve a goal or manifest whatever they want. But maybe it's like what they don't realize is like maybe the universe has finally said, okay, you deserve this now. But because you stopped manifesting or trying to manifest it, then you can't manifest it because you stopped. So I feel like this is saying, don't stop. I feel like it's saying, keep going, keep pushing forward. You have the Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Pentacles here. The Queen of Cups, she is very focused on that cup, like I said. So I feel like you're, keep your eye on the prize. I feel like it's going to be worth the journey that you are going on here with the Hermit card. You are going to be climbing to the top of the mountain. The Five of Pentacles, again, reminds you not to call attention to your weaknesses. It also reminds you that there are places of sanctuary. There is a church in the background of the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card of being left out in the cold, but it is a card of also needing to realize that there are places of sanctuary for you. Where are these places of sanctuary? Well, it's going to be different for all of you, but, wherever you feel safe. There could be friends in your life who want to support you. Five of Pentacles is a reminder, and it kind of says, like, don't be afraid to lean on people. If you need some help, if you need a leg up, maybe there's someone who makes you feel motivated. Maybe there's someone who gets you going. Don't be afraid to go to those people. Also says if you need help with anything, don't be afraid to ask for help with the Five of Pentacles. Pretty simple. This is a pretty simple reading. In general, I like it. I like where it's going. So let's clarify it. I'm going to be using the Seventh Sphere Lenormand to clarify. Between the Knight of Swords, King of Swords, and the Sun, you have the Stork. I don't know, like every single person has had the Stork this week. The Stork is a card of birth, so if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would be careful, but It is an amazing card for, birthing something new or working on something new, like a new project. Between the Hermit, the Page of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles, you have the Snake. This is the Queen of Clubs. Could be your energy in this reading here, Sagittarius. It is also a card that says, be careful of being seduced by the past. I feel the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords are really focused on the past. And what does this mean? It means, like, sometimes I think we can get stuck in comfort zones with the Queen of Clubs, for example, because it's like we see that there's another mountain for us to climb in our lives. And then we're like, yeah, like maybe you have a job, maybe it pays you enough money, but maybe there's something new where you could go back to school, the mountain, like I said, that could lead to a lot more success. But you're like, this job pays me enough. So I don't really need to go through this challenge. I would say, I'm here to motivate you, Sagittarius, and to get you moving towards this challenge, whatever is coming in for you, because I feel like it's going to lead to a lot more in your life. And again, it's not going to be a hard challenge. Like I said, you have the Three of Pentacles here. I wouldn't even call it a challenge. I would say that it's like, again, just a process might be a better word for what is about to happen. You have the Bear and the Tree between the Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. The Bear can represent burdens. It can represent overbearing energy. I personally like the Bear because to me, it can represent a big leap forward. Normally, there's a baby bear, or like two baby bears and a mother bear on a bear card. And it kind of represents learning through experience. So I feel like you're learning. Seven of Cups is called the tree. It can represent like a family tree, so some of you could be working on building a family. But it could also represent commitment, like committing to a journey, right? Committing to climbing the mountain. Let me fix this real quick here, Sagittarius. Between the Sun and the Queen of Cups, you have the House, the King of Hearts. It is a card of safety, security, comfort, protection, all the feelings of the home. But you have the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Hearts, and the King of Hearts here, divine counterparts. So if you're looking for love, this could be like true love coming in for you. Between the Three of Pentacles and the Hermit, you have the Mice. The Mice kind of is like a good card, bad card to me. It is considered like a bad card for the most part. It can represent like toxic energy, kind of like the devil in some ways. And I would be careful of anything that seems too good to be true here. Knight of Swords is my card of getting a second opinion. And you have two cards here that would represent something being too good to be true. So if someone's trying to sell you something, if someone's trying to tell you something costs money, or if you feel like something is too good to be true, it probably is. The Knight of Swords with the King of Swords is like finding an expert. It basically says, if you're not sure about what to do in some area of your life, find an expert, find someone who knows what they're talking about, because they'll be able to solve the problem very quickly. So I would just be careful here. This is more of a warning. I wouldn't be too worried about this. I would just pay attention. Between the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, you have the Moon, the Eight of Hearts. The Eight of Hearts is actually a good card. It's kind of like a card of living the dream, and it's a card of manifesting something. It is a card of like as above, so below. It is a card of needing to bring the moon down to earth. So I would do whatever you can to manifest as much as you can at this time. Again, I would be careful of any like get-rich-quick schemes here as well with this energy. I would be careful of any like spending money on anything. I don't really like this. Queen of Wands, the Mice with the Five of Pentacles. That could be like making a bad investment or something like that. So if you're making any investments, I would do your research. I would research as much as you possibly can. I always tell people, this doesn't say don't do it. It just says make sure you know what you are doing is what this is saying. If somebody tells you need to spend a bunch of money on something, again, don't get left out in the cold. I would say this is kind of a warning. I feel like it's kind of saying, don't get screwed this week, basically. But that's why you're watching tarot, so it doesn't happen. Top row outcome, you have the Animus card. Now this card is typically called the Gentleman or the Man, and it can represent love. It usually represents a man, but again, this is a general reading, so it doesn't matter what you're attracted to. This could be any gender coming in for you. It's like a card of true love. If you're not looking for love, it's just a good card. It's like a card of your emotions overflowing, kind of like the Ace of Cups, card of happiness, good things coming in for you. So I feel like there's a lot of happiness here. You have the Lady right here, the Anima. People keep thinking I'm saying enema. It's Anima here, and it is just the card is typically called a Lady. Divine counterparts again. Pretty crazy. Like I said, I've never had so many readings in 1 week that really have like a lot of this divine counterpart type energy in the reading. I always like to remind people that love is always available to us, and people always say to me, you always say love is coming in. I'm like, yeah, I could go to the store right now, ask every single person out in the store, at least one person would say yes. I guarantee it. And that might sound cocky, but I guarantee it, right? So it's like, to me, love is always available to us. Is it a type of love that we want? No. But the point of the tarot is that if love exists, then it's going to show up in the reading. I think that's what people need to realize. So what people need to realize is that they have to go to the store and ask every single person out, or they have to do something. You don't have to be that crazy. I'm a crazy person. Don't listen to me, right? But what I would say is that if you go out, if you talk to people, if you open up, then you're going to attract love into your life, plain and simple. This just is saying it's available to you. Part of me feels like like I said, a lot of signs this week have been getting divine counterparts in the reading. Whenever this happens in reading, sometimes I think maybe it's more of like an energetic shift that is happening. I've talked about this before. Since like during the 70s when divorce rates kind of peaked, we had like these weird Scorpio cycles going on in the astrology. We're never going to have that again in our lives. And basically, part of me is feeling like maybe love is changing. The way people see love, the way people allow love into their life is going to be changing. So naturally, that could be opening people up to like divine counterparts or, better love. This is a good thing, not a bad thing. I also feel like people are going to be getting into relationships for the right reasons, not the wrong ones. So, probably the readings are just saying that maybe the energy is just opening up. You could be meeting this person, whenever. And bottom row outcome, you have the Lily. The Lily is a card of wisdom. You have 2 cards of wisdom in this row. The King of Swords and the Lily, this is the King of Spades, basically the same card. So I feel like for a lot of you, if you're having any issues, there is an easy solution with an expert, plain and simple. For most of you, though, I kind of see this as a mountain reading, or I don't know what to call it, but I feel like the way that you're going to be accomplishing something is going to be different than anyone else. So again, don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare your path to other people. It's not going to happen like that. So whatever your goal is, like I said, just realize that you're probably going to get there in a different way. Really good reading. I love this. So thank you for being here, Sag. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.